Hey everyone, welcome back to RJK English, or we should say RJK Hindi. I'm coming to you out of Baltimore, Maryland. There's a neighborhood called Hamden. If anyone's watching from Hamden, hello. If anyone's watching from Baltimore, hello. Great city, I love it. So we've gone through the vowels of Hindi. You've gotten an introduction to how they might look within words. So these are their infinitive forms when they're not connected to anything. Within words, or especially between consonants, they look a little bit different. We also got an introduction to how Hindi is a sound packet language. You have to think about it in sound packets. And that actually works a lot better. It works in the way that we pronounce it. Actually, you might not know this, but the first great linguist was South Asian. He was Indian. I guess you'd say Indian. He was South Asian. And all of a sudden, his name is flying out of my head. But he took Sanskrit, which is the kind of the Latin of South Asia, and he made this this study of it that was incredibly scientific, and from that they looked at Hindi and how it was placed in the mouth. We'll talk about that later, but that's just a preview. Okay, we're going to look at today how to write these letters. I'm going to show you all of these. We're going to practice all of these, and then I'm going to introduce one consonant, which is the K, and I'm going to probably write out one word, a very important word. It's the most important verb, one of two most important verbs you can learn. All right, let's get started. So reviewing, I, I, U, E. Notice it's a little bit above like bed, and a little bit below I, like bit. It's e. Like you're saying bait, but we don't do the diphthong. A, like at, like bat. O, ah. Are Hindi vowels pure, or do they have diphthongs that move into others like we have in English? They're pure, right? They're pure vowels. Okay, so let's practice making them. The first most important one that you can learn is the This is the basis. It's for English, our base sound is like about, today, today. That's our schwa. Well, Hindi schwa is Okay, so I'm going to make this here. First, I think about there being a line here. In Hindi, we're always hanging down from a line, okay? But I'm not making that line, I'm imagining it in my head, okay? The has like a 3 here, right? A line coming out of it, a line coming down, and there you go. That's your You've seen the ohm symbol, right? Right? It's a little bit like that, but that's actually more, I think that comes from an oo, and it's kind of an ohm, something like that, but it's a little bit like that ohm. It looks like a 3. Okay, so let's try it one more time. And I make that it looks like a T, right? Do this yourself. Write it while we're doing this. One more time. And then say it while you're doing it. Now, how do I make it an ah, that long vowel? I just put another line down. Ah. That's right? Okay? So how do I write the ah? Let's practice. Ah. So now we have and we have ah. What's next? You tell me. Oh, I can't hear you. Sorry. All right, next we're going to go to I. You've already seen this a lot, right? How do I do it? I think about that there's this line here, right? And I'm going to come down from that line. Then I'm going to make kind of an S and loop through like that. I, and then I'm going to close it off up top. I. Let's try that again. Thinking about a line here, and it's not there, but I'm thinking about it. I pull down from it, then I make my S like that, and close it off. I. Notice that's different from the There are a few consonants we're going to see where it breaks this line. That 3 shape actually breaks through the top of that line. There are going to be a few like that, but most will not. So I. How do I make that an E? Do you remember looking at it? I put that curve at the top, that makes it an E. E. Now, these curves, these things above the line in the infinitive form, this pure form right here, they aren't necessarily the ones that will show up when we connect the letters. But these are the pure forms we need to learn. So let's do an E just to keep practicing. We imagine this line, right? Go down from it. Sorry, you're having trouble, maybe having trouble seeing me. Down from it. See it? Now, if I was covering up, let me do the others. Now how do I make it ah? Ah, right? I, how do I make it E? E. So now we have ah, I, E. What's next? And oo. Think of my line, right? Come down from it like this, a little bit like I'm doing that 3 for the a little bit like that, but a little bit different. I'm coming more across and then pulling it up here, and then I'm closing it off. This line does not touch that one, and this comes off of it. So let's try it again. Think of that line. I'm going to go and close it off. That's the What do I do to make it an oo? Put this little mark, this little curve. That makes it an oo. So it goes from to oo. Try one more time. Let me look at it to make sure that for some reason I start doubting myself. I guess I haven't been writing in Devanagari a whole lot lately. One moment. Yeah. So think about that line. How do I make it oo? There we go. There we go. It's the oo now. Okay, so now we have and oo. Now we move on to e, and a. Okay, think about my line, right? I'm gonna go bring a long line down like a hockey stick and a little bit smaller hockey stick there. And then I'm gonna close it off. That's my A. Try it again. I guess it's not totally across, it's more like this. Like that. A. Try one more time. I keep doing that. See, I close it off. That's A. How do I make it a? And the line comes off of this guy right here. Now it's a. So let's do this again and make the ah. And it's good to say it while you're doing it. Ah, ah, ah. Make that line. There we go. Ah, ah. All right, so we've got ah, I, u, and now we have a, right? We're almost there. One more left. What is it? Some of you are STAR students. Right. It looks like our and it actually looks like our ah, right? There's my ah, right? I want to make o. So off this line on the top, I'm going to make that diagonal. That's o. That's o. If I want to make aw, like call or awful, I'm going to make one more right here and have them come to the same point. Same point. So let's go from to ah to o to ah. Okay? So think about my line here, right? This 3 symbol is going to kind of cut that line like this. Make my connector, bring it down. That's my right? How do I make it into an ah? Do another line. There we go. I've got my ah. Now, how do I make it an o? From this line, remember top is where we get our markers for things. O. O. How do I make it ah? From the same point. Now I've got 2. That's aw. Bam, you've got it. You've got it. We're at 12 minutes. Great job. So I thought I was going to get to the K. I'll preview it right now. This is the K. Okay? And from this, we're going to connect all of those letters to that K, and we'll also learn our first verb, which is this one of 2 most important verbs to know. All right, I'll see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Tell one person about my videos. I do these for free, so it really helps me to get seen when you're liking, subscribing, and when you're commenting. I will respond to your comments. You can also go to RJK English, look at my name below, on Facebook, and you can you can talk to me on Facebook at that group. And if you're interested in the book, it's Devanagari Primer for non-Hindi speakers. You can see my name, Alexander Rediger, and you can get it on Amazon. All right, I've got that link below as well. All right, so see you next time.